The old rotary phone jangled Sarah awake. It was midnight. She fumbled for the receiver, her heart pounding in the stillness. The house, they need you. The line went dead. Sarah shivered. The number was unknown, but the voice sparked a dreadful familiarity. It spoke of her grandmother's chilling tales about the abandoned Lockhart Mansion on the edge of town. Fear warred with curiosity. Who called? Why me? Images of her grandmother's haunted stories flashed in her mind. She had always dismissed them as scary stories, but the phone call felt different. A strange pull drew her to the mansion, an unexplainable need to answer the call. Sarah knew she wouldn't sleep until she uncovered the truth. A blanket of fog clung to the town as Sarah drove towards the edge of town. The headlights barely pierced through the thick mist, casting eerie shadows that danced on the deserted streets. The old iron gates of Lockhart Mansion. They creaked open as if guided by unseen hands. The headlights flickered across the imposing silhouette of the mansion, revealing crumbling stone walls and dark, empty windows. With a deep breath, Sarah stepped out into the fog-laden silence. The heavy oak door creaked open, revealing a cavernous entrance hall frozen in time. Dust-covered furniture and cobwebs adorned the grand staircase. Portraits of the Lockhart family lined the walls, their eyes following Sarah's every move. The mansion held its breath, heavy with untold stories. Their pursuit of forbidden magic had plunged the mansion into darkness. A cold touch brushed against my cheek, sending shivers down my spine. A young woman in a tattered white gown stood before her, followed by a tall figure in a military uniform. The ghosts of the Lockhart family began to reveal themselves. Eleanor, the youngest daughter, and her brother Edward, driven mad by their parents' pursuit of immortality. Through fragmented whispers and ghostly apparitions, Sarah pieced together the Lockhart story. Driven by their fear of death, they had delved into dark magic, seeking a way to cheat their inevitable fate. Their quest led them to a ritual, a pact with forces beyond their comprehension. They succeeded in binding themselves to the mansion, but at a terrible cost. Their bodies may have ceased to age, but their souls became trapped, forever bound to the mansion. The price of their immortality was their humanity, their compassion, and ultimately, their sanity. The mansion became their prison, a gilded cage where they were forced to relive their sins for eternity. Only by breaking the curse could they find peace. Sarah wandered through the labyrinths and halls, guided by the whispers of the unseen. She stumbled upon a hidden room, its walls lined with books on ancient rituals and forbidden magic. In the center, resting on a velvet cushion, was an ornately carved music box. The music box holds the key to breaking the curse. Play the melody, the one that binds their souls to this place, and you can set them free. Sarah picked up the music box. It was heavier than it looked, cold to the touch. As she wound the key and opened the lid, a haunting melody filled the room. The notes seemed to resonate with the sorrow and despair trapped within the mansion's walls. The ghostly figures of the Lockharts gathered in the grand hall, drawn by the familiar melody. As the last note faded, a collective gasp echoed through the mansion. The shadows that clung to the Lockharts began to recede, replaced by a soft, warm light. The Harbinger, the embodiment of their darkest desires, shrieked in fury as it was banished back to the shadows. One by one, the Lockharts turned to Sarah, their eyes filled with gratitude and newfound peace. With smiles gracing their lips for the first time in centuries, they faded into the morning light. The mansion, no longer burdened by their tormented souls, breathed a sigh of relief. As dawn broke, bathing the mansion in its warm glow, Sarah felt the heavy atmosphere lift. The whispers faded, replaced by an unfamiliar silence. The haunting was over,